It's a battle over boosters. At least 325 colleges and universities now have COVID booster shot requirements in place for their students, including all 8 Ivy League schools. Parents across the country are concerned by these latest mandates, understandably so, and many of them are standing up to higher ed. Joining me now, 2 parents of Ivy League students, Joni McGary and Dr. Alison Pretti. Joni, Alison, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Joni, as a mother of a student in an Ivy League school who's faced with the idea of a booster mandate, what are you doing about it, and what are kids able to do about it, if anything?
Thanks for having us. Dartmouth announced their booster mandate in December, and it was concerning to me for 4 reasons. Their justification for the booster mandate was that it was necessary to keep students and the community safe and to keep the campus open. And indeed, Dartmouth has done a great job keeping their campus open. But here's why it was problematic for me immediately, to unpack those things. As far as keeping the students safe, the students are at 0 to near 0 risk of severe illness and death from COVID infection. So that indicates to me, and that's based on CDC data, that it's not medically indicated or necessary for that population. Secondly, for community spread, we now know that the vaccines do not prevent infection and transmission, so any community spread benefit is negligible. Which brings me to the third point about these vaccines, and I think Alison will speak more about that, is that they carry with them a risk profile, particularly for young men, particularly with myocarditis. And so we're asking a student population in which this booster is not medically necessary to take on the risk of myocarditis and other adverse effects. And that's why the booster is problematic for me. So what I did, rather than just worry about it, was decide to write my son's college a letter, and I found other like-minded parents to sign on to that, which was not easy because a lot of parents do not want to speak out, and a lot of students don't either. But we put together a letter with a lot of data and submitted it to the college. And in this process, what I realized is that there were a lot of parents out there across the country who must also feel, as I do, very concerned about this mandate, and particularly because there's no long-term safety data for repeated boosting or dosing of these drugs. And I put a tweet out to form a community, and 9 days later, we have 600 members from across the country, colleges all over the country. Parents really are very concerned about this, as are students and professors and employees, and I've heard from them privately.
Good for you, Joni, for speaking up. It really sometimes takes one person to lead others who are thinking the same way. They just don't know where those other voices are. One of those other voices is Dr. Alison Pretti. Doctor, you're a trained physician, not currently practicing, but you also have a student in an Ivy League school. You've joined this movement. You heard what Joni mentioned as far as the risks. As someone who understands the science on this, for young people at school, the risk rewards on this. What's your take?
Right, and I agree with everything that Joni said regarding no clear proven benefits. And as a physician, anytime we're going to implement a treatment, we need to ask ourselves, does the benefit outweigh the risk? And it's not clear cut in terms of boosting. And these mRNA vaccines are fairly safe for most people. But the one demographic where they seem to be causing a problem is with young men, and the peak demographic is age 16 to 24. And this was, we found this out in a recent study that came out of Oxford. And it shows a very small but very real risk of myocarditis in this age group, and very little benefit. As Joni mentioned, it's not stopping the spread of the disease. Most of these college students who are already vaccinated, double vaccinated, they have B and T cell immunity. Even though the antibodies may wane, they still have this T and B cell immunity, which is fairly long lasting from what we can tell. So what we're doing, we're giving this booster that has been banned in many European countries for young men because of the risk of myocarditis. And now this is being mandated by colleges across the country in this high-risk age group.
Colleges that claim to be cathedrals of science. and yet they ignore it when it's right in front of them. Unfortunately, we're out of time, both of you. But Joni, real quick, if other parents wanted to get involved in this effort, how could they?
Well, we put up a website called nocollegemandates.com, and you can find links to our Twitter feed, our chat group. Please join us. There are a lot of great parents there trying to exchange resources and fight this mandate.
nocollegemandates.com. Joni McGary and Dr. Alison Pretti, thank you so much for standing up when others wouldn't and speaking truth. We appreciate it. Inspiring.